Voice is the untapped revenue channel that shopper marketers need to pay attention to, understand, and figure out how to incorporate it today. The challenge is, as brands, we keep buying more and more ads, and quite frankly, we're reaching less people. And the challenge also is more and more people are using ad blockers. It doubled last year. So on desktop, they're 40%. And between tablet and mobile, we're at 15% of people have ad blockers. And some operating systems for phones are talking about including ad blockers that we turn on as a setting. Controlling content and SEO on Walmart pages or retailer pages is a challenge, and shoppers are research junkies who want instant gratification. And most of us know 90% of customers report that they use search at every stage of the customer life cycle, no matter what you sell and who you sell it to. We have a 5-step methodology that starts with the customer intent. What problem are they trying to solve? What intent are they trying to fulfill? They might not yet be aware that our brand is the perfect brand to solve their problem. From there, we focus on the use and the utility. What is the benefit of our product solving their challenges, educating them and adding value so we can become the trusted choice, where the consumer feels like we are the brand that they need to select. Once we've gained that trust, then we focus on visibility. How can we connect to them, whether it's on a voice search or an organic online search? How can we connect to them in as many places as possible? And from that point, we focus heavily on revenue optimization. We run and we run. But this is not something that we do one time, because most of us think that we have a pretty good idea of what that customer journey should be or is right now. And that might not be the best journey. So everything that we talk about, we are gathering data at every single point and touch point so we can validate our assumptions or make better decisions and give the user a better experience. So let's talk about voice commerce and what is the opportunity. Last year, Alexa Dock was the highest selling item on Amazon globally, and it's trending at 200% year over year growth. 74 million Americans own a smart speaker. Today, 535 million households that have a smart speaker or voice assistant, which your voice assistant could be on your phone. Voice shopping has increased by 41%, and it's expected to be a $40 billion channel by 2022, which is in like 3 short years. Not to mention, there's estimated to be 7.5 billion voice assistants, which includes your phone, in homes. And over 1 million people have registered for Echo Auto. So voice expands beyond smart speakers in your home. It's in your car. It's on your watches. It's everywhere. Voice is becoming a part of their daily life. 77% of smart speaker owners use it weekly. 40% of those people are buying something. And 57% of those are searching for something they would normally type in a search engine. And let's look at the daily voice use. 63% of people that have a voice speaker use it daily. 10% of those people are buying something. 32% are searching for something they would normally type in a search engine. And the voice order size is all over the board. It's split pretty evenly. The majority of the orders are less than $20. Pretty good chunk, 26%, 20 to 50, 22%, 50 to 100, and 28% are over $100. But think about it. If somebody's searching for a new brand and they're trying to discover a problem or solution to their problem that they're not doing today, 32% of those people ordered something brand new to them that they've never ordered before. 23% are reordering from a previous purchase, and then it's 20% that are doing both, something new and something replenishing. Now, what are shoppers buying on voice? Pretty much everything, from groceries at 12% to everyday household items at 25%. And there's other things like apparel and consumer electronics. They're starting to buy more and more. And voice is a pretty new channel. So in the last couple of years, 25% of people are comfortable buying household items. It's crazy. Now, don't panic because across the board, ages 18 to 65 plus all still prefer in-store shopping, between 60 to 70% of them. So they're still going to come to the store, but it's important to understand how they're using voice and how they want to interact with our brand. What's interesting is down here is the voice shopping experience by age. Youngest to oldest, so the green is 18 to 24. They're driving voice adoption. Voice adoption is faster than mobile. Let me back up. Faster than internet, faster than smartphones. Voice is faster than both of those combined. It's being driven by this 18 to 24 demographic. But what's interesting is the heavy users are actually 25 and older. So the older that you get, the more you start to rely on voice as a trusted assistant and advisor. So it's really interesting dynamic of voice really being across the ages and genders for voice interaction. Shoppers are starting to tell us how they want to interact with voice while they're in the store. Locating a product, learn about a discount or a deal, comparing products. How powerful is it if you can give your shopper a comparison of you and your competitors while they're in the store? Get help and self-checkout. There's really no denying how strong a search presence is when we are shopping. 84% of consumers' foot traffic starts on digital. 40% higher conversion rate with consumers that use their digital device during their shopping journey. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's less to cart. 22% actually spend more when they're looking for something on their digital device. So how can we leverage that to make it a better experience? Shoppers are research obsessed. Like, look at Tom, 550 touch points on a video game in 28 days. Really? And then Anita, 400 touch points in 120 days for skincare. They want to know as much as they can, and every journey is different. So all of those touch points, we are gathering data, we are gathering insight. We are understanding the conversation they want to have with our brand. Below this video is a link to a voice demo that we created so you can understand how you can use voice to do this, where someone is searching for something they're unaware of what the solution is. So they're just trying to ask a question, and we drive them all the way to online grocery pickup at Walmart. So if we understand that they're asking questions on voice and we are there as the answer, then we can nurture them through a process where they're like, oh, I totally know that this is the brand that I need to buy. From there, we can send them to add an item to online grocery, add an item to their shopping list. And this is their native shopping list, like the list they use in Alexa or Siri or Google, not an app, whatever list they use. We can replace shopping items on that list with your branded item. So instead of saying chocolate chip cookies, we say Toll House chocolate chip cookies. We can offer promos, events. We can also capture emails, cell phone numbers, and we can add a reminder for those pantry and restock items that they're going to need in a couple months, or see how long it takes them before they reorder. We can no longer afford to guess. We have to understand what our consumers want and how they want to interact and engage with our brand. From day one, what we are setting up on voice and also on the search side with schema markup and the software that we use, we are collecting data from day one. We know what conversations they are having. We know what questions they're asking. We know what works better organically and doesn't work better. And if we can track all the way to checkout, then we can follow the journey definitively with data from real consumers. And with voice, there is only one answer. You are not given the option to have multiple choices on voice. You get one. And the barrier to entry right now is lower than it's been in I'd say 20, 30 years when SEO first came out and nobody knew what to do with it. That's how low the barrier to entry is right now. So if you have an idea of what your customer journey is or the interactions, it doesn't have to be many. It could be 5 touch points. It's a place to start so you can begin to start to capitalize on these voice opportunities that won't be here in the next 12 months. And it won't matter how much money your brand has, whoever is in that number one position, unless they change it to be an ad platform, you can't get them out in one. So it is a limited time opportunity for brands that are forward thinking and future focused. This is a future proof opportunity to make sure that you leverage the power of the voice channel.